So today, one of my clients asked me an interesting question at the end of the session, and it got me thinking, and I wanted to share these insights with you people. So what happened was, at the end of the session, my client asked me how I was able to hold the emotions, especially when the clients get vulnerable and they're emotional. And I told her that it is good if the client is able to express and be vulnerable with me, because it takes a lot to create that space, that trust, and it is only then that the actual transformation happens with the client. So today I told my client that it's actually a good sign if they are able to express and be themselves, and I am comfortable with that. And later I got thinking as to what makes me comfortable in that situation. So there are two key insights. One is our own, in this case it would be my own emotional regulation. So people who work on their own emotions regularly are able to regulate their own emotions, and the important thing is to hold space. They are able to hold space for other people to express themselves completely, which is not so easy. So these things will help the client to express themselves. And for me as well, as a coach, I'm able to guide them better if I am calm and not get carried away by their emotions. So that is the first insight. So second one is, as a leader, and when I say leader, it is self-leadership. It is if you are a parent or a teacher where you are leading children, and also in an environment where you have leadership roles or managerial roles where people come and report to you and you face these challenges. And it is quite common for people to experience certain emotions at certain point of time. Even if it is not the leader, it could be the students or the child or even your team members. And it is important that as a leader, as a parent, as a teacher, you regulate your own emotions. Only then you will be able to regulate others, or at least hold space for others without getting affected. And this becomes even more important in case, as I said, if you are in leadership roles. You can easily relate about this if you're a parent or a teacher and you would have seen kids crying at school or at home, and the teacher or the parent, if they get worked up, it is not going to help the situation. Instead, if you are a calm parent or a calm teacher who is self-regulated, instead of getting angry at the child or irritated that the child is crying so much, you will hold space for the child. You will help them calm down and help them regulate their emotions. Similarly, if you are in a leadership position and if there is a situation with your teammates or there is some kind of pressure that we generally face in the corporate world, you will be able to handle those pressures much better, regulate your own emotions much better, and also be the moral, or at least provide that space for your team members and guide them better. So emotional regulation is such an important skill to learn for everybody. Thank you so much for watching. If you found this insightful, do share it with people you can. Thank you.